Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're at on this very dreary, dark Saturday morning. We're back at the coast. It is warm, but it is pouring. Hope everyone's weekend is off to a good start. We have a ton to cover today, okay? We're gonna start with some market statistics that I think will surprise a lot of people. I know it's surprising me. I feel like we're seeing a shift in the market. Where the shift is sure yet, but some things are changing. So we're going to take a look at market statistics. We're going to visit the White House we've been looking at for the past 5 weeks. And we're going to cover one listing is all today, okay? And the theme that I put in the title is motivated seller. How do we get the most out of a motivated seller? So we'll be looking at that. Hopefully everyone can hear my audio. Should be good. Okay. Well, let's take care of some housekeeping items. Why people join us live here. We're going to start with interest rates. So if you are watching this for the first time, all the interest rates we use on the My Mortgage Channel live stream come from this website, Mortgage News Daily. So the interest rates we talk about aren't necessarily the rates that my company offers. I like to use Mortgage News Daily. It's my go-to trusted resource for all things interest rate related. It gives us the most unbiased national average on mortgage interest rates. They're not a mortgage company. They're not advertising. They don't lend money. So it's my, like I said, my go-to resource. The roller coaster continues. 6.68 on 30-year fixed conventional loans as of yesterday. So we were at 7% last week, down to 6.68. It's a significant drop in just 1 week. Probably the biggest drop we've seen since the couple days after the election. Our government loans, FHA 6.12. We're almost back down to the fives on FHA. Can we break through that threshold and get an interest rate next week that starts with 5? I think there's a good chance that that could happen. VA 6.13. Our jumbo loans, so any loan amount over $806,000, 6.98. So we're starting to see the margin between our conforming loan limits and our jumbo loan limits starting to get further apart. Overall, I think that this is a good sign that we're headed in the right direction. We'll see, though. I felt this way a couple days after the election as well. Then rates went back up. So let's take a look at that. So if you guys remember, the Saturday before the election, we did a White House special where I found 3 listings here in Southwest Washington that were all identical. They were single level between 1,000 and 1,300 square feet, and they were all white. And we broke down mortgage options on each one. So what I've been doing every Saturday is pulling one of those homes and looking at the mortgage breakdown week over week with the change in rates. So if we look here, this home is sold, by the way. Okay, so I'm not even going to give you the address. But on November 2nd, the Saturday before the election, it was listed for $535. Interest rates were 6.62. 2 weeks later, interest rates had dropped to 6.39, and today 6.12. These are all FHA loans. Okay. So from the Saturday before the election to November 16th, you saw your payments improve $80 a month. We went from $4,009 to $3,903. Look where we're at today. 6.12, $172 a month in savings from the Saturday before the election to today. So in just those 5-6 weeks, we're down $172. So pretty significant savings in a short amount of time. So I don't like to be one of those guys that tries to catch a falling knife, right? To try to time the real estate market. But if you were on the sidelines waiting for the election to pass, you benefit on this property $172. All right, let's look at some other statistics. Every week, Gavin Huckins over at Berkshire Hathaway sends over some market statistics for us to look at. So new listings in Clark County, okay, 98 new listings, down 46% from the previous week. And this is what I talked about, or what I was talking about in the beginning of the stream, where I said I think we are seeing a shift in the market. Yes, it's December, it's the slowest month of the year, and we're entering the slowest weeks of the slowest months of the year. But that number is significant. Only 98 new homes hit the market. Pending sales, so homes that have accepted an offer but haven't yet closed yet, 136. That's down 22%. That number's not good either. We had 39 more homes go into contract than we did new homes listed. Not good for our inventory. And we had 125 of those homes that were pending close and are now sold, down 6% week over week. It's like we can't get inventory and interest rates to cooperate. We need both to cooperate to have an affordable housing market. So as interest rates come down, we're going to see more and more buyers enter the market, especially after the holidays. And that's what I want to talk about today is if you are looking for the best deal possible on a home, if you are worried about home affordability, I'm going to show you guys some strategies today where we can take advantage of buying a home in the slowest time of year, and seeing what we can do with a motivated seller. So we're going to cover that in a minute. Okay. Every time a real estate agent opens a lockbox on a home, that data is collected, and that's what we're looking at here. Lockbox activity for the state of Oregon, down 35% week over week. You can see this chart goes back to last year. We are down quite a bit off of last year. In Washington, it's the same, down 30%. If you are out looking for a new house, if you are doing some home shopping, I consider that good news because it's less competition. In an environment where we have declining inventory, it's good to see that we don't have an increase in shoppers, right? Okay. That concludes housekeeping. You guys ready to look at my listing for today? Pretty quiet this morning. Okay. We're going to Salmon Creek. We'll look at some market statistics for Salmon Creek. There are currently 165 homes for sale. So we're going to look at very specific market statistics, not for Clark County, Southwest Washington, Portland Metro. We're going to look at Salmon Creek, which is where this home we're going to look at today is listed. And the reason that's important is right now you can't say the average days on market for Clark County is 90 days or 45 days. It varies so much right now, and I haven't seen this before, where from neighborhood to neighborhood, the markets differ so much. So if we are wanting to be strategic when we write our offer and go out and find the best deal, it's important to understand the neighborhood we're offering. A couple weeks ago, Ridgefield, average time on market was 44 days, while Schuylkill was 140 days. So I know if I'm shopping in Washougal, I can get more aggressive on my offer versus Richfield. I might not be able to get so aggressive. So with that said, Salmon Creek, 165 homes currently for sale. Average days on the market. So how long does it take on average for a home to sell? 105 days. Not bad. In the last 2 weeks, there's been 21 new listings. So you can kind of see what's being added to the inventory in Salmon Creek. There are currently 69 homes that are pending. So homes that have accepted a contract but haven't yet closed, 69. In the last 2 weeks, we've had 16 homes sell and close in Clark County, in Salmon Creek. 47 homes sold in the last 3 months. Out of the homes, this is interesting, out of the homes that have sold, the average days to sell is 16. All right, here's some homes for sale. I love this website. They always put very high-end listings on the new for sales. So you see homes in the $1 million range. Another thing I found interesting is they're considering parts of Ridgefield and Salmon Creek. This is done by neighborhood, not by city, right? So the north part of Salmon Creek, south part of Ridgefield, they're starting to consider Salmon Creek, kind of that Mount Vista area. The median average list price in Salmon Creek right now is $633,000. Here's some homes that have gone pending. These are all new construction. Now this is where we want to get a little more detailed if we're looking at making an offer in Salmon Creek. These are homes that have recently sold. So if we're wanting to pull what real estate agents call comps, comparable values, right? The one I want to look at specifically here is this one. Nice single level, 2,800 square foot, 3-bed, 3-bath, sold for $905. So just keep that in your memory banks for a second. $905,000. And this sold just last week before, November 26th. The median sold price in Salmon Creek, $550,000. Okay, thanks Gavin for sending those over. Let's take a look at our property. So we are at 14816 Northwest 20th Court in that coveted Salmon Creek, 98685, top rated schools, great community, excellent home values, really a bulletproof place to buy and raise a family. And that's what this home is. This is home, it's 4 beds, 3 baths, 2218 square feet. This is for a starter family home, family looking to grow, room to grow, extra bedrooms. This home is listed by Troy Jensen. I'm sure if you're in the chat, say good morning, Troy. Built in 2004, sits on a 6,000 square foot lot. Let's see what Troy has to say. Move in ready. Salmon Creek 4-bed, under $600,000. Now they just had a price reduction of $5,000 just a couple days ago. So we are under $600,000 for 2,200 square feet in Salmon Creek. One owner family home, high vaulted ceilings, 2 living spaces, large fenced yard, covered patio, mature landscaping, oversized 3-car garage, central AC that was just serviced. It's good to know. Updated floors, counters, fixtures, hot water heater, new roof, Okay, so a lot of the things we always talk about on the stream is when we're looking at some of these homes that need updating, right, is let's budget for some updating once we get in, but this one looks like it's been well maintained and updated. This is key too. Short walk from Alki, Skyview, and Chinook schools. So your kids could literally walk to school. Couldn't think of a better family home. There you can see where we're talking about. In Vancouver, Southwest Washington, that Salmon Creek area is just the north part of Vancouver, close to Florida. All right, let's look at some pictures. So this home, it looks like it's in a cul-de-sac. Okay, so that's a bonus. Oh wow, that is a nice backyard. Like the concrete, little fire pit area. Nice entry. Love the floors, love the vaulted ceiling. For not a lot of money, you can come in here and update the light fixtures, the ceiling fan. Good morning, details. I like the character this home has. A little bit of character in the staircase. Now, I've said this a few times on the stream, but if you're having a hard time visualizing, use AI. Take a picture like this, throw it in AI. In fact, there's AI apps you can get for your phone now that'll virtually stage a room for you. So you could take a room like this and let's say you're having a hard time visualizing what it'll look like. Maybe you don't care for their decor, things are a little outdated, you don't like the plum couch. Not a big deal. Plug it into your AI and it will, you can tell it, give me a manly, give me a farmhouse, give me a traditional decor, and it'll really help you visualize. I'm guessing this is an office that or a bedroom they're using as an office. I like those look like manufactured hardwoods go through at least the entire first floor. So how do I know this is a bedroom and not an office? What does that mean? It simply comes down to the closet. If there's a closet, you can call it a bedroom. If there's no closet, it's going to be an office or a den. Okay, here's our second living space, gas fireplace, same flooring. So it looks like we're dealing with original cabinets, but updated countertops. Oh, Details. Guys, I'm telling you, Details is our preferred home inspection company on the My Mortgage Hound stream. He brings up a good point. Also, the difference between a bedroom and an office or den is a window or a door fire egress. And that really becomes important too when you're looking at daylight basements. If you have a bedroom and a daylight basement, but there's a short window 6 feet up on the wall that you can't get out in a case of a fire, then an appraiser is not going to call that a bedroom, even if it does have a closet. All right, so back to these countertops. Love the countertops and the tile backsplash. Very easy to come in here and either do it yourself or have somebody come in and paint these cabinets. You came in and painted those cabinets white. it's going to change the whole living area and the kitchen. But the expensive stuff is done. The countertops are done, the floors are done. You could even come in here and redo this mantle if you wanted on the fireplace. Okay, this looks like our primary bedroom with a balcony. Very nice. Sitting area, really, really nice size. We're dealing with 2,200 square feet, so it's not like we have 3,500 square feet to play with. 4 bedrooms, 2 living spaces. It's a really decent sized primary. Same in here. It'd be very easy to come in here and just paint the cabinets, maybe get a new shower door. But all the expensive stuff is done. Nice tub. Bedroom number 2. This guy must be a musician in the house. Again, throw this into AI and say, turn this into a bedroom. Get rid of all the instruments, and it'll help you visualize. We have a utility room with a utility sink. Very nice. Guest bath. Okay. What do you guys think? So, we have a highly desirable house in Salmon Creek for under $600,000. Fast forward to June, guys, this home's sold in the first weekend. But we have a motivated seller in this case, so what can we do with that motivated seller? And this is where we're going to spend the majority of our time this morning. All right, let me just hide a couple things so no sneak peeks. Okay. So this home is currently listed for $594. Okay, $594. We're going to look at FHA on this property. Just know that everything we talk about today, we're going to go over lots of different options. We'll work on nearly any program out there. So if you want to put 50% down, 5% down, 10% down, if you want to do a VA, do 0 down. Okay. All the strategies we're going to talk about today will go across those programs. We're going to use FHA as an example because that's really what I see in this house. Either a first-time home buyer or a new family getting started in home ownership. Maybe they sold their condo and they're buying a house with more room to raise a family. FHA is nice. It's not a first-time home buyer specific program, but it is designed to help newer homeowners. And it only requires 3.5% down. So that would make our loan amount $583,000. Interest rates off of the Mortgage News Daily, national average for FHA, 6.12. That brings well, let's go look at our payment breakdown. Payment breakdown, principal and interest, $35.45. Property taxes, $429. Homeowners insurance, this is going to vary depending on which insurance company you choose and what coverages you elect, somewhere around $100. Mortgage insurance, this is important, I cover it every week. Mortgage insurance does nothing for you other than allows you to put less than 20% down. If a homeowner has a mortgage with mortgage insurance and they default, stop making payments, go into foreclosure, the mortgage insurance company reimburses the lender or the bank a percentage of the balance. FHA has two forms of mortgage insurance. The first is the monthly, $261 a month. It is expensive, that's a lot. But let's go back to their national average interest rates. There's a reason why FHA and VA, the rates are 0.5% lower than traditional 20% down, 30-year fixed conforming rates. And the reason is they're guaranteed. And that's what that mortgage insurance does. So we get a total payment of $43.35. Our closing costs, down payment $20,790. Closing costs $36.91. That's going to include our title and escrow fees. It's going to include the county recording fees. It also is going to include our fee. We charge a flat $14.50 to do the loan. That's all included in there. It's not going to include your home inspection, which will not be required by your bank or by FHA, but it will be highly recommended that you get a home inspection. Details. Home Inspections is our preferred home inspector. And it does not include your appraisal. Appraisal is going to run you $800. Everything else is included in that number. This $10,000 here, FHA is the second form of mortgage insurance. They charge an upfront funding fee that gets financed into your loan. It's not something you're paying out of pocket. It is being added to your loan amount. Prepaid taxes, insurance, and interest, $5,000 for a total of $29,481 out of pocket. So if we go back to our summary screen here, you can see $43.35 a month, $29,481 out of pocket. Okay, so that's our baseline. Our real estate agent says we have a motivated seller. He's willing to offer $13,000 to help you out. So what can we do with that $13,000? Well, let's go with the easiest option, and that would just be to deduct it from the purchase price. So instead of offering $594, we're going to offer $581. Our payment's going to go from $43.35 to $42.52. $83 a month. Not bad. Save $83 a month, get $13,000 off the purchase price. This is a good way to go. I'm going to make a couple changes here. But can we do better? Can we leverage that $13,000 better? What if I like that our payment just dropped $80 a month, but man, $30,000 is a lot to come out of pocket. Have it. So let me just come in here. So we're going to put the purchase price back up to $594. So our purchase price is back up to $594, and we're going to ask, instead of $13,000 off the purchase price, we're going to ask for $13,000 towards our closing costs. And we're going to use some of that to buy down the interest rate. And this is where we can start to have some fun. So we're going to ask for $13,000. So our cash to close is now $22,319. And we're going to buy down the interest rate a little bit. Now we're at 5.875. So even though we're paying full price for the house, our payment is now $42.34 or $43. So very similar to where we were at with taking $13,000 off the purchase price. But now, instead of bringing in $29,000, I'm bringing in $22,000, which is pretty much just our down payment. The options don't end there, okay? We can do better than that even. If you've been watching for a while, we have done temporary buy downs in the past. I think now is an excellent time to do one, especially in this market. Let's take a look at what that would look like. Okay, so now we're coming in and offering full price, $594. Our cash to close, $29,481. We're going to ask the sellers to give us that $13,000, and we're going to use it for a temporary buy down. The way that works, there's lots of ways to structure it. The way we have it structured here is for the first year, our interest rate is going to be 4.12. So we lower our interest rate 2% the first year. Bringing our payment to $36.17, saving us $718 a month. Look, I'm a new family. I want to get my kids in the best school district. I want to be in Salmon Creek. A $4,300 payment scares the crap out of me. This gives me 2 years to acclimate. At $36.17, that's probably an easier pill for me to swallow. Save $718 a month. Now after the first year, we go into year 2, our interest rate's going to be lowered by 1%, 5.12. So in year 2, our payment goes up to $39.67, saving us $368 a month. Free Christmas music this morning. And then in years 3 through 30, we're back up to the 6.12 and the $43.35 a month in payment. Now, with a little bit of luck on our side, in those first 3 years, we're going to refinance. Now, let's say we get through the first year and rates plummet and we refinance. Is it bad that we did this if we refinance within those first 2 years? The answer is no. Any leftover money that the sellers, so if the sellers are giving you $13,000 to buy down your rate, halfway through you refinance, you'll get half that money back. So it's not like buying a permanent buy down and then 9 months later you refinance, you lose those points that you already paid for. This is not like that. You get that refunded to you if you do sell or refinance during those first 2 years. So what do you guys think? The way that works, you can see here that buy down is going to cost us $13,000 right there, and we have the seller paying that for us in this contribution line, $13,000. So there's 3 ways to utilize a motivated seller. And on the coverage, the spread of those three options is almost $1,000, right? So with only $13,000 from the seller, you can impact your payment anywhere from $800 to $80 a month, depending on how you structure it. If the professionals you guys are working with aren't asking you these questions, aren't showing you these options, find some new professionals to work with. Buying a home in a smart way now is more important now than it ever has been, in my opinion. So what do you guys think? We're not going to go into any more listings today. I just want to let that soak in. I might do a video explaining it a little deeper, or maybe not as deep, but it's really important right now to be looking at how can I take advantage of the market. Troy Jensen, the listing agent on that home, I'll put his info in the description. I know he's holding it open this weekend, so go take a look. If there's any agents on here, look, a house in Salmon Creek for under $600,000, pretty unheard of. Guys, go out and enjoy your weekend. Thanks for joining us. Thanks, Gavin. Thanks, Details. And we'll see you back here next Saturday. Bye, everybody.